Check 1 2, check 1 2. What it do? All right, so we out here. It's really cold, so I got my hands inside my coat. The sun's out, as you can see, but it's really windy. So yeah, it's Saturday. Couple days until Thanksgiving. I'm not excited for Thanksgiving. I'm not excited, but we don't really do anything. Last year I was trying to start a new tradition, going to the movies, watching a horror movie, and there's one out. It's called Thanksgiving, which is just weird, and ordering pizza. So I might try to do that again. Yeah. Let's see. Black Friday seems to have already started. I think I was talking about last week. But everything's like Black Friday. It used to be a one-day thing. Now it's like next year Black Friday is going to start at the end of September. But yeah. All right, let me get into it. Let's see. I actually declined a therapy session last week because I don't know. I don't have any issues. We're just talking about this and that, which is good. But it's Thanksgiving week. I'm sure she has things to do. Yesterday, one of my students. Well, they're failing the class. They're failing. And yesterday was bring a friend to lunch. So some brought their friends, some brought their family, but basically your family or friends will bring like Chipotle's or McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever. So anyway, I'm meeting and greeting some of them, all awkward, because they're eating like, hey, it's me. A lot of the dads didn't come to like the parent conferences or open house. So now the dads were here. So I'm like, okay, this is your dad. Handshakes. And I saw one of the kids' mom and I said, yeah, I'll email you later. So at the end of the lunch, she's like, hey, can you tell me now? And I'm like, sure, I'm like, your child doesn't do anything. They just play. And I give them ample time in class to do stuff so they don't have to do it at home for homework, You can finish it. I gave them, we had a religion test. So I gave them a test, the actual test that would have been the religion test, but I gave it to them as a study guide. We went over the answers. The next day I gave them another religion test because for whatever reason there was two of them. I gave them the answers. Then I gave them like 2 periods to study. In the morning, I said, here's your time to study. And then when I made the test, I just kind of copied and pasted questions from the test that they already took, that they already have the answers to. This one student in particular, they didn't do anything. They didn't do the homework. They didn't write the answers down. They didn't study when I gave them time to study in class. They're just playing with their friends. And I'm just like, whatever. And I even put, hey, if you don't get over a 70, you can't have recess. And you can't sit with your friends at lunch. And you got to write. And, just... And they're just like, whatever. Test time comes. And, some are just eking by with like a 71. One guy, I got a 69. I felt bad, but this student in particular, they got like the lowest grade, like a 30 or something. So I was just letting their mom know that, yeah, they're failing. And the whole time she's looking at me at the lunch table, and she's just like looking at me. We get to recess, I'm like, you're on the wall, and she's crying, like whatever. A couple students, another one was crying because I told her mom the same thing. I'm not their friend, And I'm not narking on anyone. They're going to find out regardless. Maybe, I don't know. So I told the kids, if you have missing work, we use Google Classroom. You can still hand it in. I'll give you the full points. Just hand it in. Again, she's playing with her friends. Or now she's just crying. Like, whatever. So I'm sitting down. She comes up to my desk and she's like, you know what you did? And she's like, I thought she was playing. Sometimes we have this kind of banter, but she's like, you need to stop that. So we go into the hallway. And she's just like, you know what, you're going to have to restart that. They said, you're not going to talk to me that way. I'm not I'm laid back, I'm chill, I am how I am. Whatever. But you're not going to talk to me that way. So I tried my best. I said, I understand. Because you're like, you told my parents and now they're mad at me. And I'm like, I understand. I'm trying to think of the right words because I'm doing my job. But I understand you're upset. She's like, you don't understand. I always say that. I say, why are you yelling at me? Of course they're not yelling. But it's the tone. It's the all that. So she's like, you really hurt me. I'm like, I didn't even touch you. She's like, no, you hurt my heart. You didn't have to tell my parents. I said, what am I supposed to tell? And I got sucked into this stupid conversation. But I'm trying to be the adult that lets young people have a say. Now, it goes sideways all the time. The other day I had a kid and they didn't have recess. And normally I'm like, you don't have recess and they could sit wherever. And they usually sit way over there. And when I look way over there, they're talking to their friends, which is not the point. So this day I said, you guys are going to sit right next to me. And now she's like, oh, how come I don't have recess? It's not fair. I'm a kid. I have to burn off energy. And if I go to class and I don't burn off energy, then I'm going to be all crazy. I didn't even get to are you threatening me? Because that's what it's. I'm like, but you didn't serve your time. Yeah, but it's not fair. And listen, it is what it. Oh, so you don't care? I really don't care, but I don't want to come off that way. But it's really, those who have kids, and if you remember when we were kids, we're not easy to deal with. I know I wasn't. So I'm trying, but they don't. So back to this girl, she's like, we're out there for like a good 25 minutes. And it just got to the point where it was starting to, because she was like it's just, the way I am, and this is, I don't know, that's why I go to therapy. But if you do something to me on Monday, I don't need to tell you about it on Monday. I don't care. Oh, you cut me off. Oh, you ate my last potato chip. I don't really care. It happened. I will move on. I'll buy another one. Tuesday, you do this, whatever. Eventually, it will, I don't forget it, but it's not enough to, start something. Let's say on Friday, you come at me like, I can't believe that you called me bacon. I said it was an accident. Yeah, but I don't like being called bacon. And I'm like, but you never told me. But you should now. And I'm like, well, and I'm trying to do my best not to do it because this is what I've been doing all my life. So I'm not trying to make a laundry list, because it doesn't work. It has never worked. But I can't believe you would do this. And then they would say, I would never do anything to you. And I'm just like, well, on Monday, you cut me off in traffic. And on Tuesday, you ate my last potato chip. And on Wednesday, what if all these things happen? Why didn't you tell me? Because I'm a bigger person than you. Oh, so now you think you're... it just spirals, and it's Groundhog Day. It doesn't matter how I try to avoid it. And that's why I'm in therapy. She's not helping me with that because she just can't. It has to happen in real time for someone. Someone would have to be able to be in the situation. And my ex-girlfriend was really good at that. And I didn't see it until way after the fact. But one time we were arguing over something stupid. And I was getting so mad and she was just so calm. And she'd be like, are you done? And I'm just like, and at one point I'm like, and then she starts laughing, and I start laughing, and she's like, come on, let's go home. Like, I've never seen anyone diffuse me that way. Usually it's just like, just bullshit. But, yeah, so she's just starting to get on my nerves. I'm like, listen, all the times you're chewing gum, playing in the hallway, drinking coffee, all the time I give you time to work on your papers and homework assignments, you still have missing assignments. Did you start them? And she's just like, which, that's the worst thing. Is if she said, fuck you, that'd be okay. Not really. I mean, that's the easy one. Go to the office. But just this shrug, it's like I don't even owe you the respect to put words together. Like, it just... But, I'm like, all these things... Like, at any point, I could tell your mom, call the principal, like... And I didn't want to say these words. I didn't want to imply it. I'm just saying, I see all these things you're doing, and I understand your situation, and blah, 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 blah. I'm trying my best, and you're telling me that I'm trying to hurt you. Like, that hurts me. I didn't want to do that either. I flipped it. I could flip anything, really. I'm the flipper of. But, like, and I didn't want to, like, I'm speaking at this tone, whatever. It's like, how dare you tell me that I'm not looking out for my students? It's like, not just you, all my students. And I teach your brother too. So even your brother, whoever I'm teaching, I'm for you guys. I'm like, I'm special. Like, we're all special. Ugh. So I got done because, again, 20 minutes in the classroom. They're trying their best to listen, but since I had talk in this tone, they're not going to hear much. And I'm just like, yeah. Go home. Weekend's coming up. So then get back to the class, and she's like telling all her friends, which is bothering me because this was a private conversation. If I wanted the whole class to hear it, I'd have an... Then someone had to go to the office, so I'm like, who wants to go? She raises her hand, like, all right, go. She goes to the office, and I found this after the fact because there was like a drinking party. So the secretary's like, oh, she came to the office, and she's like, Mr. Bailey said this, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And then she's dramatic. So they're like, yeah, she's dramatic. But, so I was telling my brother this, and yesterday, if I was going to give myself a score, I say I'd give myself a 7. Because it's so easy to get baited into a back and forth with kids. You can't do that. It's also easy to say, I'm the adult, you're the kid, so can't do that. It's also easy to just start shouting and, like, you shouldn't do that. But, and this student in particular, she just said 2 days ago, you're the best teacher. My mom and I think you're the best teacher. So, I don't know. There was another student where his dad came in, and I had to say the same thing, like, yo, your son is a black dude. And, like, he like, dapping me up. But he's like, so my son's not doing all right? And I'm like, he's a good kid. He minds his behaviors. But academically, like, and I pulled up the grades because I had them on my iPhone, Google Classroom. Like, he got all 60s, which is not bad, but he doesn't do anything. He just sits there. And then I went over to the next family just to da-da-da-da. And then I could hear him like, you ain't doing your... Like, this is in school in the lunch. And he's like, well, I did... With his stupid excuses. So I feel a little bad. I don't think my teachers ever felt bad if they had to tell my parents that they could care less. But yeah, I gave myself a 70. I want to get 100. I want to be able to convey what needs to be conveyed in a way that I don't know if it's possible. Because I said, I acknowledge you're upset, which means they're not going to be thinking clearly. And, she's worried about what's going to happen when she gets home and blah, blah, blah. Maybe on Monday, it's just like, I don't know. I'll find out. And you guys will find out. Last week, I was talking about the show. The show was crazy. It was in the library. And I got there. So I managed to Yeah, it was Saturday. Yeah, it was last week, Saturday. So after I came home and posted the video, I started to pull together some things. Like I'm doing the 365, as you know, and which means today was 297. I have 297 instrumentals, but they're not in instrumental form because they're inside the recording app. So I'd have to export them out. But so I just went through a couple that I remember just randomly going in there, and I picked like 8 beats, bangers. Now I can't say the rap that I wrote on because I didn't memorize, because 365 I make it the next day and then it's done. But I got lots of material. I could put together a show. So I got 8 tracks, and then I wanted to do it like interactive, so I had some index cards. I don't know why they were at the house, but I just happened to have them. So I brought a stack of index cards and a permanent marker, and yeah, and then I had my little magic box. I'll try to post the video up. It's not the best because it's 360, but low lighting and really close to me, so you can't really see. But the show went something like, so there was 11 acts because it was 11:11, and the studio downstairs in the library is called Studio 11. So it's like, no. The first 3 acts were solo acts, guitars, and then there was a piano player. I was 5, and then more bands. I think number 9 was a black dude, and number 11 was like a band or whatever. They might have been going by volume, or I don't know, but either way, the show's going on. A friend of mine said she might come. I hate that, man. I'd rather you just show up, but oh, I came, versus I'm gonna come, because now I'm like, gotta keep the seat open. Ooh. And then no one shows up. She did email me saying, but I didn't check the email until after I performed. And you know, I'm used to people doing that, which again, just show up. My nephew showed up. He came. He said he's coming. And you know, I'm used to people not showing up, which is kind of sad, but it is what that is. But then he comes and he's like, "Hey, hi, Uncle." I'm like, "Hey," and then he sits down. And then I go up there and I get on the mic like, "Hey, I'm gonna pass around this index card and this Sharpie. Please write one word." Passing that around. I'm setting up. Just brought my iPad. Really simple setup. iPad, my little magic Bluetooth MIDI controller, my microphone that's plugged into my field recorder, myself. I did my first song as a singing song, which it came off good. It's like, maybe I'm strange, maybe I'm fine. I don't know the words, so I just change it every time I do it. Maybe I'm not gonna say the words right. But it was really good. I like how it came off, just a singing song. The ending, I kind of botched it up because I started a freestyle, but they didn't know I freestyle, so I should have just stuck clean. Then the second part of my show was, here's my magic box. If you push the button, it goes. So demonstrate it. And then, so I'm going to pass this box to you. And then can I get the index cards? So I pass it. And then the first beat comes on. Hey, I got this rap and I'm coming real hard. This is freestyle when I'm freestyle, but I got this rap and I'm coming real hard. Right now I'm going to rap whatever written on this card. The first one says that I can disappear in the squad, I guess. And I show the card that says camouflage. I be moving like a Toyota or maybe a Dodge. They can't see the card, but whoever wrote it knows that I'm holding up their card. And then the guy who's making the event possible, he's like, his name was Josh Burke. And I'm like, yeah, I'm up here, I'm rapping my verse. Let's give a round of applause for the host with the most, Josh Burke. And like, ah! And then the third part of the show, I don't know, that could be a whole middle. I was like, I need the audience to say, yeah! Ready? 3, 2, 1, yeah! And then I recorded it with my microphone and pushed the button. Yeah, yeah. And then on my Magic Box, I had an effect on the top so I could slow it down. So I was like, yeah. And then let it go into the sweat. And then the last two songs were just my standards. They're going on like 12 years. I've been doing the same song for 12 years. Just my go-tos. And then I got off the stage and just like clapping, and I get off the stage and my nephew's like, wow, that was dope. Because he's never seen me perform outside of watching Instagrams and all that. And then this girl, she must have been like 6 or 7. She's like, I like your show. It was really nice. It's like, aw. And then when I was on stage, I said, I'm a teacher, so I want to give a shout out to my kids. What's up, 6th grade? So when I sat down, this lady over there is like, hey, I heard you're a teacher. And we're talking. But yeah, it was a great show. And throughout the night, people are just coming up saying, wow, I've never seen such a interactive kind of show. And it's like, wow, you're fearless. And it's kind of weird because it's like, I'm not doing anything. It'd be like someone with beautiful eyes, like beautiful, no contacts. They just have beautiful eyes. And when they look at you, it's just like, and you're like, man, you're just beautiful. But they didn't do anything. They were born that way. I'm born to not really give a fuck about falling on the stage. Not like physical, but just trying something out and seeing if it works. Like, it is what it is. That's not an issue. What's hard for me is what happens after the show. Having to go up to people, hi. I don't know what I could freestyle all day long, 13 hours straight. But I can't think of the words to say to someone that I don't know, even if I know them. It's one of those things. And then their perception is, oh, this guy on stage, he is like so phenomenal. And then they get to me and it's like, what the hell? He doesn't talk. I guess he doesn't like me. Or maybe I'm not worthy of his... It happens. And I don't know how to flip it. I'm working on it. I'm doing a grad program, and all week I was trying to rack in my brain. I'd get home from school, and I'll try to do my 365 challenge, and I try to do the grad thing. Like, I'm gonna do this. And the next thing you know, I'm all like, woo. And I can't be up all night because I gotta wake up and go to school to do that. So all week I'm just going and going. I couldn't do it. Made no sense. I emailed my advisor, like, when's the last day we can do this? And what happens if I don't do it? She never got back to me. So I'm like, well, I got to get it done by Monday because Thanksgiving, they won't be whatever. We got to submit something. So then I start putting stuff together. And then next thing I know is like, wow, that really wasn't that hard. I just had to see it through. So I submitted it, and I'm waiting to see how that goes. But it really wasn't that hard. Not at all. But it's like that, you know, if you, I mean, again, our advisor is just kind of whatever. But I accept accountability. I have a lot of things on my plate, and I'm not writing it down. I mean, these walks and talks are pretty regular. I know I'm going to go out on the weekend. Yeah, that's about it. Is anything? Oh, I'm on dating apps again. Not that you care, not that you need to know, but I am. Because I forget the why. But it's just, there's no one around. The chances of me meeting someone is like slim to none in my circle. Like, I think there's 3 people at my job but they're super young. They're like new teachers. So they're too young. I mean, age ain't nothing but a number, but still. And it's at my job. I don't know how that would work. And I'm pretty sure we will have conflict. I don't know how that would work. So I'm not trying to date anyone where I work. Which leaves what? My house? My walks? So yeah, dating apps. I met one person, or I'm talking to one person. They read books. They live in the area. They really love books and discussing. I put on my profile, I don't want to date anyone with kids. And she emailed me saying, "Oh, I saw you're not interested in people with kids." This after, she says in the books. I'm like, "Oh, that was a mistake. I don't care if you got kids. I was just I don't want you smoking. You got to be in the area." So hopefully we talk and then I could just be about my business. But, yeah. That's that. Anything else? Nope. Oh, let's see. I don't know so I never know who's watching from week to week or whenever I post, but I'll put it here. So someone's asking me, am I ever going back to Japan? And the answer is, yeah, I'll go back to Japan. But you probably mean, will I ever go back to live or work? Probably not, because now I'm at this kind of crossroads, even lonely. I can go for the summer, or I can go for like some little short time, but if I stay here, I can like get a career going because right now I'm teaching, I'm kind of falling like every week, trying this, trying that. But I could get my master's or teaching certificate and all that, bump up my pay grade, etc. If I go to Japan, I would be starting back at zero. And I was just thinking about this yesterday. One of my coworkers' mom died, and 3 of the teachers are like, "We're gonna go to the funeral," and then they like brought a envelope around if we wanted to put money into the help her out, buy flowers or whatever. And I happen to know this teacher. We worked together last year, and I really like her. She's great. I mean, I don't know her, like we don't hang out, but working with her, I could see she likes the kids and she's trying hard and et cetera, et cetera. So I put some money in there because whatever. But when I was in Japan and I said I have to leave because my dad's sick, and it is like, I said, my dad's sick, I'm leaving, it's not a discussion. Then I get over here, and then my mom passes away, and I'm like, my mom passed away. And like, so are you coming back? What are you going to do? And I'll come back and, clean up shop. I want to see my school, say goodbye, whatever. Then I'm getting a phone call while I'm back in Japan, and it's like, so, you got the books? Are you going to return them? We got to cancel your insurance? At no point did they say, my condolences, I'm sorry for your loss. I remember when my birthday came up, I got a stupid little birthday card. Happy birthday! But they don't have a card for, oh, your mom died. Like, no, I don't, it's not specific to Japan. But I was working 2 jobs. Both jobs could give 2 fucks about my situation. So, yeah. And I didn't call off a lot. Not at all. And the schools I worked at loved me. I mean, they don't know me and I'm an odd duckling, but, I was good at what I do. So I'd rather be in a country where, or at least in this job where, I'm not. But, yeah, I plan to visit. I was thinking summertime. Get some what do you call them? Cicadas. The sounds of the cicadas. That was my plan. I was going to get one. And I feel bad. I was going to capture him, and when he's doing his and then make some music. Because the last year I tried to do it like organically. I had my microphone on a big ass stick, and I'm putting the mic like, here's the cicada and here's the mic. He's like, what? You acting shy all day long and you want to fly up on people? But yeah, because as I was saying, the sound they make is the oscillation of their whatever that is. And if it's oscillating and it has a pitch, like a so it has a pitch, and then I'm geeking over here. But I want to the pure sound, because I can like hold the mic and hear them from a distance. The world looks, but get it close enough so I can get like a nice clear tone. But catch up with my friends, get up on the mic, drop an album. So yeah, I want to go back to Japan, and I want to. It's gonna be weird, but I want to go to Taiwan and Singapore and all the other countries, which I should have done when I was there. But I want to see the world. But my current situation is I'm taking care of my dad, and I am kind of not able to do all that. But it's okay. It's not like it's I like looking back. I lived a really good life. I did the thing. Anything I wanted to pursue, I pursued it, and without there were some trials and tribulations, but I did it, and I learned, and I have stories to tell from it, which is cool. A lot of people are like, I want to do this, but I did almost. I mean, my bucket list has some crazy things on the bucket list, but there's like the whole. I want to get a drone. I just got it. Didn't know how to fly it, so I spent like a good 6 months flying it around and around, and I got good enough where I actually got paid to take pictures of a futsal thing, and then I started doing nude photography with a drone, just crazy random shit. But yeah, so I'm okay, and I'm trying to find things to do in this area. But as I said, I don't know where people do shit. The other day, my dad asked about my friend from Japan visited. I don't know if I told you, but she visited again. And it was cool, like having her at the house. It was fun. We were talking and blah, blah, blah. I told my dad that's not my girlfriend. It's just a coworker who, truthfully, it's not like we ever hung out in Japan, like one-on-one. It was always everyone, it's like three of us, and we'd just go out to dinner or something. And I didn't really have any romantic feelings about her. I mean, if it was, then it would, but it wasn't, so it didn't, right? And I'm fine, whatever. So my dad's like, so is she still in America? Like, yeah, she's at her boyfriend's house. Like, what? You got a boyfriend? Like, that's what I told you, Dad. We're not. But yeah, my dad, the other day I came home. Now, for the most part, I leave work around, I leave the house at 5 a.m, give or take. And I get to work. I finish at 3, and then I might stay back to like clean up the room or print up some stuff or whatever. So I got home at like 5:45. I come in, hi Dad, and he's like, hello, you're home. And he's like, is this your number? I'm like, yeah. Is this a phone? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I was gonna call you. I was worried. Nah, I guess it's sweet, but it's kind of like, I mean, I don't say this because it won't matter, but if I was dead, hurt, locked in someone's basement, I wouldn't be able to answer the phone anyway. It wouldn't be like, bring, bring, bring. Where are you? I'm tied up in the back of this house. They said they're going to kill me. He's right there. Do you want to talk to him? Hold on. Hello? Yes, I have your son tied up. He won't be coming. Like, that's not going to happen. But I don't know. So that's another thing. It's hard to like build a life with these, but it is what it is. I'm flexible. Not like I can't touch my toes and shit, but I'm flexible where I could adapt to this situation. But like today's Saturday, I have to take my dad shopping and all that stuff, which he makes it seem like it's going to be a big production, but it's like go to 4 stores, which I could do throughout the weekend or week. I usually do my shopping when I come home, and that's why I'm late, because I come home from work, and then I stop at the store to pick up stuff, like do it a daily thing. But, that's parents. Yeah. Is there anything else? I can't think of anything else other than, be safe. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I probably won't be making any videos between now and then. Actually, I just thought of this. This would mark the 2-year mark. I forget the dates, but when I first came home, because I thought my dad was sick, I came super early. Early enough that we could have Thanksgiving. So yeah, around this time. I gotta look back at whatever video I made then. But yeah, I just lost my thought with that one. But anyway, be safe. Oh, I found another board game. Look. Which is really good because I went on Amazon to buy the other one. It's like $39. I want my kids to have this financial education, but I ain't paying $39. That doesn't sound financially sound on my half. But now I have a second one. So maybe, I don't know why it would be at a thrift shop, but they might have these games. It's weird because it was the same box I found it in before in the same game. So I'll just put a note like, if you have more, just give them to me. I need at least 5. 5, because this plays up to 4 players. I would need 6. That way everyone could play. I don't know how I'm going to run this, but I really want them to be financially literate. I want them to be a lot of things, but money. Because could you imagine if we knew what we know now, but we knew it then, we'd probably be really weird. How comes you're not wasting your money? Well, because in 20 years, I will be investing it in some... And that's the other thing. We wouldn't know what's going to happen in the future. So we're like, well, we're going to invest in a company called Apple. Apple? Do you mean that bullshitty thing that Jobs got kicked out of his own company? Like, it'd just be weird. But just everything. Like, I don't even want to go into it. It's just, and it's hard because if you try to tell, like my brother's 7 years apart, so he would have at some point tried to put game on. So you gotta do. I don't understand what you're saying. It makes no sense. I can see it now. Or as I'm trying to tell my kids, I gave them this speech yesterday. I said, listen, I know you want to play with your friends, and that's cool, but when you guys go to high school, you might not be in the same classes, because it's going to be more academically separated. And then when you go off to college, you might not make it into college. And then when the opportunities start flowing, you might not be able to see your friends because your grades are holding you, but kind of over their head. They won't get it till they get it. And then it'll be too late to turn back now. I believe. So that's me. Now it's nice and warm, but I got the headphones because I bought a shitload of samples because Black Friday, so I got to listen to them. I kind of like make a mental imprint of, okay, this sounds like this, and I could use it for this, because they all have different flavors. I got this one pack, and the drums are hitting like boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka, which is, you don't do that kind of music. It's not that boom chicka boom. You want it to slow it down. Boom chicka boom chicka boom, and you gotta flip it. So I need to hear what it is so I could. But anyway, thank you for watching. As always, happy Thanksgiving or whatever you celebrate. I don't know why we... And be safe, because shit's crazy out here. All right, peace.